Your declaration of war is no surprise to the families. Let us play the deadly game then. Okay. Made them an offer they can't refuse. I think I mentioned that in the last Let's Play with them as well. Right, so let's completely original on this channel. And yeah, let's put the guards thing on there. So manpower lost there, manpower lost there. Now I could invade both of those next turn, but whether or not I should, it's debatable, because that's the one where the culture influence is probably coming from. Right, I've got this thing to decide upon, which I haven't quite yet, and I gotta move population no doubt and update my builder, so I'm gonna take a minute out to do that now. Okay, I've topped up some of my colonies, added some things into the build list basically, so that's done this turn. Now I've got a couple of, well, at least one big decision at the end of this turn, and that's whether or not I make truce with the Sophon. I do think I want to probably take one or two more worlds off the Sophon before I bring this war to an end. I mean, I should really take that before that engulfs that. I probably do want to keep on to those Mavros. They are very good. I maybe want to take that and then just disassemble a colony, because it's crap basically. I'm not sure though. That's got Transvine, which I think I want to use for the next development, so I do kind of want that. Yeah, I want to lock down this system. The other big decision, I just remember what it is do I actually spend influence on these? And I think at the moment I'm going to not do it, but I might do it in a few turns after I dealt with the Lumeris. I may actually try and rush United Empire to take their capital and just win the game actually after having taken that capital. We'll see coming up, but for now I am going to refuse that, and that means I'm going to get an extra -20 on approval. I think the next time I can offer that is in 5 turns time, and I'm probably going to have to accept that time round. But in a couple of turns time I get an election. I should be able to improve my approval coming up actually. Hopefully anyway. So that's the current state of things. A lot of places are getting pretty unhappy. It's arguably not that much point in me making a ton of ships at the moment, arguably, because I just don't have the manpower to stick on them. So maybe I should be focusing more on manpower than making ships or infrastructure, but we'll see. Right, what else did I have to do? I could do some scans, expeditions of that one, but there isn't much to do down there. But down here there is actually some stuff I can do. So let's do that and then end the turn. Okay, it's only one actually, but looks it. And that is adamantium. Right, end of turn. If I can click on it properly. So I think down here next turn, I'm going to move that fleet just straight onto the capital. I might take that this turn, or at least try to. It'll probably flip back straight away. We'll find out, no doubt. So I've got a new hero to choose from this turn. Not exactly sure what I want yet. There's that battle on Gonos, and I do have manpower, it says here. Right, let's come back to that in a second. Okay, so that's population, which I'll keep. I might want to move some stuff around. I think last time I moved 1 or 2 population round, and the freighters should be coming out. One down to Stadorus from up there, or up there. Anyway, alright, come back to that one. I have no idea what I want. She's reached level 13. Let's assign the skill here. So what did I pick last time round? That one, is it? Yeah, look at the difference between the level 1 and level 2. It's like tiny. So it's really not arguably. Yeah, it's much more worthwhile splitting around skills, arguably. So there's strategic resource deposits. To be honest, I can't even remember what's on this system, but yeah, I think I'm gonna pick that one. Should be some titanium or something down there. Oh, that's only one skill option actually. Looks of it. Yeah, there's actually both. Oh wow, and adamantium, which I haven't got a tech for yet. I get antimatter next, I know. Oh, I actually picked up some from someplace recently. This hero, I'm not sure what actually causes the hero to level up so quickly. I think it's actually building stuff on the system, probably. So I could do that. That's more resources. I may do actually. It's still pretty good. There's food there. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up that one. It's more likely. Get some blue cap. There. I built a subsidiary there this turn. I'm thinking of moving that one then, because I do need blue cap, but I don't need the spud, so I'm sure there's a better place for it. I could move it to there, which is a longer route, so it would, yeah, cover more routes. Yeah, it looks like we're covering that now as well, so I am getting the blue cap that was down there, but those aren't covered. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a subsidiary there, I'm thinking. Okay, so that hero's done. Okay, leave that for the time being. Right, let's move some ships around, do some combat if there is any then. So is there any miners here? No. Okay, I left that for the miners and then none are appearing. Right, some stuff in Hannah's. That fleet. I could keep it there, couldn't I, to next turn kill off those Horatios. I very well might actually. What else is there to do? Let's do up here then with Gonos. I am going to do Blitz. Let's make sure of this time. Get a couple of combat durations. The infiltrate one seems to work when you've got massive amounts of manpower, but this fleet really doesn't have much left. They're going to have even less left after this combat round. Perhaps none even. Okay. My graphics card's fan really doesn't like playing this animation for some reason. Ah, oh, come on. One more round. Right, phew. Took it this time. Should have done that last time, really. Okay, so yeah, I lost... Yeah, manpower is like gone now from this fleet. But I did take Gonos. And... yeah, I should probably bring this fleet now back onto one of my systems and try and get the manpower back eventually. I do say eventually. Okay, it's not going to be anytime soon. Right, so that's done. Right, let's get moving down here then. So these, actually that's got a tiny bit of manpower left somehow. And that one has, surprisingly. Yeah, let's go on to that system. Okay. Maybe I should have moved that one down first, but that shouldn't have manpower left then. Right, yeah, surprising. Okay, anyway, let's bring this fleet down to Pictor. They've got stuff in Hannah's here and there, but yeah, just no fleets. This hopefully will be easy. Now I probably could invade that this turn, but I think I'll do them both next turn. Simultaneous might be a good idea. Hopefully that lasts one more turn. I will keep that there to take out the ratio and then I'll burn it down. That's getting manpower by staying there though. Well, maybe getting manpower. We've got to... kind of depends. And what I think I'm going to do now then is update my build list and figure out what hero I'm going to pick up. Okay, build list updated this turn. I'm going to start to try and get some of these manpower increase in buildings in on the places that have a lot of food especially. But that's how things are looking, and that's the build list overall. Apart from that, I took a lot of ships out of Hannah's I had made this turn and moved them towards Orm in the main. So I've got a second fleet now, which is actually building up here. One of them went into that fleet, so they can join up actually. And I am actually going to move that fleet on. That can stay here and deal with Horatio. That should be enough. I can go there. It's actually going to take a couple of turns, which sucks. I've got another Imperator coming down there, one staying up there. What else am I doing? I've got that hero to actually recruit. I'm going to recruit this guy. I think he's got 22 points in governor related things, which is the most out of any of these. I probably don't need a fleet commander so much, arguably now. So yeah, let's hire him. Okay, and let's do some hero sign skills. So he's on, starts on 0. He's Horatio. He's best suited to put on worlds that have a lot of Horatio on by the looks of it. So I don't think I'll place him next turn because I'm not really sure where I want to place him. I'll place him next turn. It's only losing a turn of stuff on him, so it's not going to really matter. This revealer ship, let's get that down here. I want to know more about them. Anything else? There's a revealer ship I took out here, and I did a couple of expeditions. I found those 2 resources, sadly no luxury. I was going to replace my trade subsidiary there, but I think what I may do is actually put it down there. That looks a really good world for some sort of trade going on instead. I need to take it first, of course, though. So this revealer ship can come there first of all, and that's rather odd. It looks like a wormhole there, but there's nothing at the end of it, so I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, that can come down here. Quite a few of my worlds now are starting to rebel, but I got elections in a couple of turns. I should be able to do something about that. If I absolutely have to, I'll make truce to them. That will get me back 40 happiness and should solve that issue. This fleet, let's get over to Omdor. It's only got 240 manpower though, which probably isn't realistically enough to take anything, I'm afraid. Well, we'll see. I could go there and is that a movement? No, let's get it there. What's left? And I can take that next turn. I can take that next turn. That's the plan. I think there's a couple of expeditions to do here actually. Let's just do that. Okay. Adamantium and yeah, I should probably stop making ships now because I just don't have the manpower to go on them. So I have them pretty much. I think I'm going to be using exotic rations maybe coming up. That's and I'm not going to do Gene-splicing this turn as well because I would use up all my Mavros population and they are really good. Something I don't know about is actually this now. Every minor race seems to have a lore linked to them. Whether that's a unique lore just for that civ or it's maybe an extra slot for lores, I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out at some point. But right, what's left then? There's a revealer here and looks like they got a ship. Right, these don't have any weapons, so I should definitely not stick around. Let's move on to loopers. How many expeditions are over here? There's some over there. Let's do that. Okay. And I think you can do more than one at a time actually. Let's just do that. Okay, amiontoids, antimatter, adamantium. Was that it? Nope. Thought I saw that then. And antimatter. This couple's still locked. Need to get into the next era. Actually get that tech next term, but arguably I don't need antimatter now because I'm not going to be making more imperatives if I can't get the manpower for them. How much manpower do they use actually? I don't even know. They use 900. Yeah, no wonder I'm short on manpower. Okay, so that's done, and I think that's it for the turn. So hopefully next turn I keep on to that and take that, but we'll see. I think I'll be blitzing on both of those just to make sure. But I will lose a lot of manpower by doing that. Okay, so population, science. Looks like we've got some combat going on. So I've now got antimatter. I've got that, which is a improvement for 100 production. Definitely will be making some of those. Yeah, I probably should go for that approval. Okay, right. That's the Horatio. I'll come back to that. Well, let's go to that now, shall we? So, let's go on advanced. Looks like we're dominating here. So let's get the extra fleet experience. We have to have one in the center, but this is designed for short. So I want it... Well, let's bring that there and bring that there. Oh, can't I have... Third fleet. Oh, that sucks. You need 3 ships. Is there a short one on here? There's that one. Which I could have the one in the middle rather than the experience. I guess I'd go that one, but I probably should go with that one even though it's yeah, 0% and those two is probably still more than enough to take out these. Right, I'm gonna fight for this one just to see it. We should complete the main mission then. I really need to read these rules to figure out how to do stuff. Click the camera to deactivate the free camera, use arrows. Left click to lock camera on a ship. Let's try and find a Horatio ship to lock it. Okay. Is that this? Zoom around it, let's put scan on. I'm not even sure if it's in range yet. Probably should have just done the experience one. Okay. So that should complete that. Well, that's I thought I'd kill 2, so maybe it triggers the end of the next turn, I don't know. Right, this guy, okay, Mr. Tickle, has got a new skill. Fleet, isn't he? Health on fleets. Let's just get the experience one, is it? What's the second one? That reminds me, the really key thing this turn is actually taking those worlds. So I'm going to be doing that now. Right, that's over there. I can weigh that down. It's going to be a couple of turns before I got a chance of taking that. Yeah, your manpower only comes back though when you're on your own system, so I'm going to be getting it back there. there. 5 turns time, if things continued on, I'd have a rebellion, and a new party would take over as a dictatorship, which we are already. But let's invade these systems then. So I'm going to do keys first, which I think it's pretty sure that's where the influence is coming from. So this has got 105 left. Let's do... Maybe I should wait another turn, but I'm not going to. Let's do Blitz. Let's give ourselves as much combat rounds as possible. Right, the initial barrage is pretty bad. How are we doing now? A little armoured tanks, by the looks of it. Or rovers. Should take it this time, by the looks of it. Come on, one more round. Okay, so I lost, quite a bit, but that seems to have done the trick. All their huge influence is gone, but they certainly have a lot of influence left still. Now the issue is, will that flip straight back since it's within all of this influence? I don't know, but let's try and take this turn as well. That will reduce the chances of that happening, perhaps. I do have that fleet coming down, which could take that, but Imnos looks pretty good also, so it's like 4 really good influence systems all near to each other here. Let's invade here then. I think this one I'll do infiltration, save the manpower hopefully a bit, and hopefully it's enough to take it. Might be, might not be. Really want to do preemptive bombing because it wrecks the system. Okay, so it's actually a gas giant. So in effect, I got 3 less combat rounds with this compared to Blitz, I think, but I take a heck of a lot less damage. So yeah, if you've got a huge amount of manpower to start out with, I think it's the best option. But if you haven't got, if I haven't got much left, then maybe the Blitz is the best option. Not sure. Anyway, that was an easy victory by the looks of it. Pictor looks like it's out of influence range, so that's good. We've actually achieved an objective, first to conquer or invade 8 systems, extra dust. Money's actually looking really good, so I probably should be looking for stuff to spend it on. I've got that's fleet. I could retake Izar this turn with, or just move the fleet down. What's the manpower on it? 1400. That has next to nothing. I'll probably move it down, I'm guessing. Build another fleet up here to take out in a bit if I really need to. It's not all that great though, arguably, so not that bothered by it. Okay, I don't think there's any more combat this turn or invasions I can do. What's the manpower there? Right, I'm gonna have to wait a turn on that. I can move that fleet in theory, so it's got 9 movement. Has that revealer got movement left? Yeah, so let's come down here. found a special planet. You discovered the planet. Whatever the hell that is. Probably something to do with the Endless. Is it that there? Okay, wow. Lots of population planets all over the place. Let's get that over to here then. I presume it's got enough manpower to take it next, and I didn't actually check then. Okay. 770 is gone. And this one, move to there. So presumably that wormhole goes to the United Empire's well, constellation. What constellation is that? Right, that's Huron. Right. I think I'll leave that there then. It hasn't got an awful lot of movement. Down guard. That can go on guard as well. No expeditions to do around here, is there? No. Right, I think I've pretty much done most of the key movement. I've got a tiny bit left to do. I've got to get ships at Hannah's and update my build list, so I'll do that and then end the turn. Okay, so build list updated for this turn. These turns are getting really long now as well, as so much to do. So that's how things look there. I placed the hero I got recently on Orm. It's got a lot of space to grow into, and there's a lot of Lumeris there. And it's actually got happiness issues, so hopefully they can help with that when it gets some skill points. But that's how things look overall. Now, when I took these couple of worlds, I actually gained a ton of new population types, and I've, as you can see, added in stuff in the list here. I'm actually moving some Lumeris to some of my worlds back in my main constellation. The reason to do that is because I actually gene-spliced this turn. So I've gene-spliced Lumeris, got extra credits, and because it's over 10, any systems they end up on will give us extra 15% dust, so I definitely want to get them on my main worlds. I also gene-spliced the amoeba. This was really debatable and probably a wrong decision arguably, but it's hard to tell because each gene splice I do adds an extra 5% food costs, and all they're giving me is extra food. Now, is one extra food on my Horatio going to make it for the 5%? Debatable, isn't it? Probably not, in fact. There was a couple more I could have actually done this turn, a Nashas, but I didn't think their ability is all that useful for me, so I decided not to. I'd rather not have the extra 5% cost. And the Mavros were available to do at some point, but I don't want to use up the population. I want them later on for that bonus. So that's the gene splicing, and that's how my Horatio are looking currently. And I took some ships at Hannah's. I actually brought down one of my big ships down to there. I'm going to take out those miners in a bit. One of them... well, I got that fleet there. Should I move that on? Or how much manpower has it got? Yeah, maybe I should move that on. I can't see any ships around here, so I'll move that to there. Is it? Okay, I got a weapon ship that came up here. I got various population points moving around. I can stay there, wait for whatever. And I think that's it for the turn, apart from there is actually a fleet here which is maybe going to invade if I don't do something about it. I don't know if pirates are capable of invading or not, but I'm not going to take a risk. I'm going to bring this back. I don't really have the manpower to take that out, so in a couple of turns, well, next turn I should get back there and yeah, be able to defend against that. Okay, now I think this turn is actually the election turn, and I really have to make sure about my decision here. Now what I'd like to do is probably one of those two, but I don't actually have the manpower to do it. So what I'm probably going to do is that one. And I think at this stage I don't really need the industrialists anymore, so I'm probably going to go for a party that gives me extra happiness. I may even change my government type away from dictatorships at some point, but maybe not quite yet. Gotta do something about this happiness situation, no, definitely. Right, maybe even make peace with these guys now if I'm not gonna take anything more. I think I'll do the election first and then decide to make peace or not. Right, let's end the turn anyway. Hopefully these don't flip back, especially that one.